Antonio Sola alishika microphone akasema I'll sing ni kama Yesu anakuja kesho ama ni kama the world is ending, because he held on to that note. Be crazy. That is Antonio Soul and Paragasha with Chips Funga, and it's 14 minutes to 7 p.m. A couple of minutes ago I said I had someone in the studio with me, and tonight we'll be getting juicy and saucy with Ivy Winfrey, formerly known as Poison Ivy, the DJ.
Yes, mambo.
That's a crazy rebrand. Oh, you speak Swahili?
Sawa umeka. I speak Swahili kidogo tu, lakini usiniweke kwa spot hivyo. Like I'll get to a point that will happen. I'll get to a point where it's like, okay, I can hang, but you know.
Okay, yeah. I understand. So you're formerly known as Poison Ivy, the DJ.
Yes.
And you also made history as the first NBA's first female team DJ.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Aside from that, you're a global sports strategist, a business and a culture leader, and an advocate for youth and women in sports.
Lazima.
CV meja.
Yani, natafuta do, 2 bags. Najua ni hiyo mission.
Yeah, lazima. So what inspired your transition from Poison Ivy to Ivy the DJ to Ivy Winfrey?
Yeah, you know, that really was just it was just a switch from mission, from entertainment to empowerment. No.
Okay.
Like I've had a really good time DJing and entertaining, and it's taken me all over the world, and I've really been a case study of how sports and, culture and lifestyle intersect. Lakini, you want more, and you want to be better, and you want to grow bigger, you want to do bigger things. And so niliona acha nifuate kwa steps ya Oprah Winfrey, because that's somebody who really, really used her entertainment platform to empower specifically youth and women, and had a special place in her heart for Africa. So nikasema tu wacha ni badilishe jina, and hopefully that will signify the space in which I'm moving and using my voice for for good. And
So hold on, you mentioned Oprah Winfrey. Ivy Winfrey. Is that your real name, or you just took it because maybe Oprah is your role model or something?
2 things can be true at once. I actually changed my actual middle name to Winfrey.
Okay.
But it was inspired by
Oprah Winfrey.
Yes, precisely.
Crazy.
Precisely.
Yeah, mine. So how's your journey been from being the NBA's first, female DJ to a leadership role in global sports?
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible. Sports, one thing that I like to talk about is just really how they're a vehicle, not only for personal development, but economic empowerment. Mm-hmm. So people ask me all the time, like, have I ever had a job other than being a DJ? And the answer is no.
Okay.
And it's not like I needed a Chukwa club. I literally was employed by an NBA team. So there's so many different opportunities once the sports infrastructure and ecosystem got developed. Kuna jobs mingi that people can have, and I hope that that's something that like our leaders around here can really understand. But beyond that, mimi nimekuja ndio ni inspire watoi, because it's like when a kid can touch you and listen to you and see themselves in you. So this week that's coming up, in partnership with my alma mater, my school, intended to a few schools around the city, ndio ni wapatie watoi like uniforms as sports, right? Because again, it's just a little token. That's one one's paluco. So small starts, but it's been incredible, and I just hope that I can be, an example of what it looks like to just create your own narrative and create your own roles.
No, wende nayo kabisa. So a couple of minutes ago, you had mentioned something about 2 bags.
Yeah.
So you're going to talk about it in the next few minutes.
Let's
about
do it.
This 2 bags movement, and just you explaining the philosophy behind it.
Yeah.
Sina Noma by Charisma coming right up, then Tequila by Wana Vocali. Wana Vocali with Tequila.
Cause we only live once, so let up pombe.
Hey, amesema we only live once, so let up pombe. Tafadhali,
YOLO.
My boss, and you're listening to me. Tafadhali, let up pombe. Because tell me, you know what, it's fine.
It's okay.
I'll vent.
Just let it go. Isha hivyo.
Next year ni siku. Next year. It's fine. In the studio with me tonight, we are getting juicy and saucy with Ivy Winfrey. And a couple of minutes ago, you mentioned something.
Yeah.
2 bags movement. Can you kindly explain the philosophy
Yeah,
behind it?
Certainly. Like, mina pendaga fashion and nini. So like, at one point in time, nikaanza kubeba like 2 actual handbags.
Okay.
Kayapa. And by the way,
those are 2 bags?
You need two bags as one. No.
So it's an actual thing.
This is a physical, tangible like representation of your movement. No.
Okay.
But iko na purpose behind it. So at first ilikuwa like as a single mother, and go down to you have a 12-year-old. I was just like, yo, I gotta like work twice as hard as these guys out here to get it. So Lily called about 2 bags. So people ask me, I used to be like, yo, I gotta make a bag for me and I gotta make a bag for my daughter. So but it just became this symbol of like resilience and persistence and duality that a lot of women, specifically, that's why it's a handbag, because that's a symbol that a lot of women carry. In terms of like juggling multiple roles, I think duality is a theme that runs deep within like my DNA. So, kwa Mjaluo na Mluya, kwa American and Kenyan, kwa all these things,
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes we're put in a place where you have to pick. But to me, I'm just like, yo, you can be multidisciplinary. You can be a multi-hyphenate. Like, it's okay. It's just also a call of like, moving forward with purpose. So, athletes, human beings, business people, and I think a point when like, you have to think about what you're leaving behind and what you're taking forward. But either way, you make space for them in these 2 bags. And then at the end of the day, like sports teams even intrinsically are dual. So they're blue and green because those are Mavericks colors. But I thought it could maybe be a product you use it like, for female sports fans. So you can rep your favorite team, but it has a deeper meaning behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need that.
I got you, girl.
I need
2 bags. 2 bags. 2 bags at all times. 2 bags at all times.
So let's talk about your global sports strategy and basically empowerment. So how are you using your expertise to shape the future of sports and entertainment? Yeah,
and that's why I'm here. And that's why, after I'm here, actually, I spoke at the National Olympic Committee of Kenya, so NOX, gender conference. And it's really good to see, that there are conversations about advancing sport and access to sport for women. But it's not just sport as women being athletes. Like, we have to make room for women in leadership roles, in decision-making roles.
Yeah.
Again, there are so many opportunities. And so I'm here meeting with key stakeholders, come to I think, I opened my own agency earlier last year. So working with the brands to really, figure out how they can use sports, culture, and lifestyle as a means for, connecting with different audiences, but also to generate revenue. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, I think there's 2 sides of that too. Also, there's like, the CSR side of it, but then there's like the corporate revenue side of it as well. So just using my brain, my skills, I've built a lot of brands, so I can do that just like I've done it for myself. I can do that for the businesses as well.
Okay. Now, any choice that you make, it always has their pros and cons.
Yeah.
And when we come back, I would love to know what challenges have you faced as a woman in sports leadership? Because this is literally a male-dominated field, like for real.
Yeah.
I've been a sports journalist for like 2 months and I said no.
Yeah.
Trust me. So I'd love to know the challenges you faced as a woman in a male-dominated field.
I got you.
Coming right up is Iyani with Unanifoa, then Master VK and Iyani Ranking with Kila Siku. That was Kila Siku by Master VK featuring Iyani Ranking, and it's exactly 24 minutes to 8 p.m. And tonight on this particular segment of our show, where we usually get juicy and getting saucy, today we are getting juicy and saucier with Ivy Winfrey.
Yeah.
Now, I just wanted to know, as a woman, the challenges you faced in a male-dominated field, and that is sports.
Hey, I said this yesterday in an interview, and it just came out, and it was like, authenticity has a price. That's the challenge. Lazima kuwa authentic. So I think that sometimes when you're like in a male-dominated space, you feel this need to overcompensate for like the testosterone in the room. So whatever that looks like, whether it be you being extra like boyish or like extra feminine or whatever have you. But the challenge ni, to be honest, me, I've never been one of those people who like really was bothered by it, because I can't change who I am. No, I'm not. And I'm not really about to start. I think the older I've grown, the more comfortable I've sat in that seat where I'm like, I'm showing up just the way I am.
Yeah.
And I'm showing up, like to rep for the women, so to speak. Now, the hard part is like you're held to such a high standard, because like, it's like you can't mess it up for everybody else who comes after you. You get what I'm saying? But that's really pretty much it. But I encourage women to just enter the room and take up all the space. Ebusi jali, just do it.
So mtu ende tu nalo tu.
And
no, usiangalie nyuma utakuwa chumvi.
Nope.
So how do you, in a decade, anytime you're in an interview, somebody will ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, my question to you is, as a woman who has taken the role in sports leadership, where do you see this thing going on or evolving in like the next 10 years? Unaona ikienda wapi?
I mean, for me, I just think, you know, I've grown up and I've understood that even as a DJ and even as a host and all these things that I've been in my life, my superpower is people and connecting people and, you know, telling stories. And so I would like to go really deep into humanizing, like, you know, sports stories in the global diaspora, because I think that, like, it's so important for our kids to understand, like, the ups, the downs, the nuances of what we've all been through, and really just showing them what you can be. So you're moja. Two, a lot of decision making, right? Like, I can potentially see myself, I mean, like a PS or a CS or the equivalent would be great, but I think that it's really about time that at the highest levels, kama ni federations, kama ni gava, kama ni owning teams, like, I really want to be at the helm of, like, making decisions, and specifically for advancing women's sports. But Uku is like, it's fine, we're getting there, but like, I have a daughter, right? And she's 12 and she plays soccer, but here she plays on a boys team. Why? Because like girls teams like aren't that many, you know? So I'd love to increase the opportunities for women to interact with sports, whether they want to do it as athletes or anything that's adjacent.
That's really, really interesting. Now, coming up, you're going to talk about your upcoming initiatives and partnerships, and you mentioned about partnering with the Hook.
My hockey school, my alma mater. Yes.
So I would love to know just more about it in the next couple of minutes. Coming right up is Gabu Frasha featuring John Falme with the Word Project, the Hockaday School to donate, you know, like 5,000 articles of clothing to schools in Kenya. Tell us more about it.
So I was super blessed, obviously. That's my alma mater. I went to all-girls school in Dallas, Texas, and it's one of the, you know, I love the school for its focus on its 4 cornerstones, and one of those is athletics. So it was founded in 1913, but for a woman to be such a visionary back then, Kujuati, athletics is core, you know what I mean, for female development. So I never played sports there, but I worked around, obviously, all the sports teams my daughter has. But they've just been great partners. And because they also have a very, very staunch community service program. And so they were like, yo, we have all these uniforms and we know you do a lot of work in like Kenya. Do you want them? So they were gracious enough to pack, facilitate, wakazifikisha hapa. So it's taken me a while, but I'm here now. So in Tenda Ground, cool, you know, just to bless some kids, man. Like, I think people don't understand sometimes barriers to entry, like, especially for young girls. You know, I think there's a statistic that most girls stop playing sports at the age of 13 and 14 or 12 even. And if you think about it, it's in the puberty too, you know, so having the right bras and having the right skirts and, you know, them being comfortable and being able to participate without being, you know, conscious. And then also kupeamtu kitu mpya is just like a blessing, you know, and it's just so hopefully people can be inspired to start small. Afu nikirudi next time labda nitajenga shule.
That's something bigger.
That's something bigger, but lazima uanze pale huko.
Like, so do you need any support from other people, ama you just got it covered?
You know what's crazy? Nah, I'm always down. Ka kuna mtu anaweza, you know, nini, how do you say? I don't know. I was about to go to Wenseni Golbatha, but if there's kukusaidia, like, you know, definitely hit me up on socials. It's at the Ivy Winfrey, but this is not an effort ya mtu moja, you know. If there are any programs that need some stuff or anybody who wants to give some stuff, you know, in conjunction, it's at THEIVY Winfrey. Twende pamoja.
Very interesting. So as we wind up, how can teams, leagues, and federations leverage sports for economic expansion? I mean,
taking it seriously. No, taking it very, very seriously. It's not sports the enjoyment. Nah, pura. It's literally a business, you know. So Kwanzaa very young is a really good thing. So entry into sports at a young age, for both boys and girls, but then also just developing the ecosystems and the pipelines, you know, hiring the right staff, seeking the right training. There are a lot of tools globally that can be leveraged, but I'm appealing to, you know, the powers that be, you know, to make sure that these programs, specifically in a public school level, are well funded and well run. There are a lot of different leagues coming into the country, the NBA, the NFL, the MLB. Scout talent. So it's just a matter of us kwanza kucreate tusingoja ati mtu anakujengea ati sijui nini. We can do all those things for ourselves and to work work with people like myself who are, have the knowledge and the resources, let's say partners in, to be able to develop these. And I don't want to wakifika, like wanatujipata kama tumejisort, and it's not always like recipients of charity. Let's be our own investors in the space.
In this country. Interesting. Hey, napenda vile uko na hopes na sisi. Shikisha coming right up by Lil Baina, then a Rumba ya Saru by Saru featuring Charisma. This is like my favorite song right now, ya Kenya. Like
there's so much good music, so much.
But I'm not a fan of Kenyan music ati entirely.
Kwa nini?
Mimi nasikizanga rumba sana.
That's it.
Yeah. Eri mimi, kuna mtu anasikia metal. Eri mimi. Like eri mimi,
rock on, bro. Rock on.
I am loyal as an African. Yeah. So we're just gonna do some fun questions.
Let's do it.
What's the most Kenyan thing you've done ever since you arrived?
Jani nilienda kwa loko na anko. Yeah, that was it. I know. I don't know if that's as local as it gets, but tulikula, it's just eating, man. Just eating a lot of food, a ton of Kenyan food that I don't get to eat elsewhere. But lakini nilienda kwa loko, it was a different experience.
What's in your 2 bags today?
I'll tell you what needs to be in there: a battery pack. Lakini hakuna. I'm simple. I like, a little bit of perfume, a little bit of Aquaphor. My braces case should be in there. They should be in my mouth, but they're not in there. Lotion. Oh wait. Cadbury Nut Crunchy, my favorite candy. But it's a little light, and a fan. But that's pretty much it.
Okay. Now, in an alternate universe, if you are not, into sports or entertainment, what would you be doing?
Ooh. When I was growing up, I always wanted very risky jobs. Like I wanted to be an ER doctor, a firefighter. Like I take a job and like no 2 days are the same. No. Yeah. Like I'd probably want to live like Olivia Pope or something. Like I want a life that's like one of those like criminal TV shows. Then the 2 job, then be
exciting.
Extra exciting.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
So sneakers or heels?
I'm a reformed sneakerhead. Lakini hapa Nairobi nimeanza kuvaa hizi masamba zangu, but I'm a reformed sneakerhead. I know. Nimeambiwa ati sitoke kwa own heels, but sneakers. I mean, I'm a sneaker girl, but I'm a heel girl now.
Okay. Late nights or early mornings?
I'm a former DJ, so
late nights.
Late nights.
Early morning wezi.
Nah, early morning and late night same thing. No joy. So at some
hey, by this zinafanana. Yeah. Because I've never thought about it like that.
It's the same.
Yeah, but then there's no difference.
Hakuna.
If you could create a sports team from any fictional characters, who would you be? Top 3.
Ooh. Okay. It would be Poison Ivy from Batman. What's the girl with the sticky hands from The Incredibles, and guy, maybe like I'm trying to think. Guy is so hard. Superman.
Okay. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Yes, absolutely.
Pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple belongs on pizza. Fight me.
I know. Hapo naweza kukata off hizi grounds.
Fight me.
If you were to write a book about your life, what will the title be?
Nobody's One Thing.
Hey, pewa. Pewa your pineapple on that pizza. What's the funniest superstition you've had in the sports world as a woman?
Oh, it's not even a superstition, but I think one of the things I think is the coolest things is people want to doubt the strength of a woman. You know how many of my friends have played sports pregnant? It's a different kind of lifestyle, bro. Unaenda kucheza bake, unaenda kucheza sport, unajua umebeba a human being inside of you. It's crazy. But superstition, I don't know. I just also think that it's crazy that, men don't understand. Lazima, we play sports in your period, we can bloated, nini. Lemon vitu more, lakini we just persevere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is the last one. So, would you rather have front row seats at the biggest sports event in the entire world, or backstage passes to the biggest concert or the concert of your dreams?
Me front row seats, by the way. And I to the sports event. And why? And I know you can relate. And I think I point in it, like backstage, people think like, you know, it's like but backstage after a certain point is just like,
it's that,
and it's just not fun. Like me, I'm a real fan. Like the other day, like I like being a fan.
Yeah.
Your point in it, like I don't really feel like being with a who's who, hobnob, like put me in some seats, let me cheer. I'm in that phase of my life for sure.
Yeah. So any last words, maybe probably to somebody who's listening as a sports, you know, babe, and pia nataka could delve into sports and it's a woman. Any advice?
Advice yangu ni just do a lot of research. I was really blessed, you know, to work in sports since I was a very young age. There are so many incredible emerging jobs in sports. Kamani and fashion designer, like nini, like there's so many ways that sports intersect with like your particular interest. And I have a friend who's a scientist, and she makes content about STEM in sports. And it's very intriguing. So I just think be creative. Na kama kuna kitu like that fits your profile, ijenge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So where can we get you on your socials?
Oh man, hit me up. I on everything: Snapchat, Insta, TikTok, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. All the things. It's at the Ivy Winfrey, at TheIvyWinfrey. I like new friends.
I hope I'm Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, Atieno.
Karibu sana. Any single time you're in Kenya, just drop by.
I love it.
That's if kanta kwa hapa bado.
Nisa, pia mi kuja nione.
Neza olewa.
I'm rooting for you, girl. Pia mi.
Thank you.
This is Baze Radio.
We are 254 to the core.